Meet my new pal. Welcome to the vlog. This is my first Exxoticon of the year. I'm starting off here with Bella. She's a Argentine tegu. She's a Argentine black and white tegu. You guys know almost how much I love tegus. They're like the bulldogs of the reptile world. Just have a look at her eye. Have a look at this pattern here. Now, you guys know, you guys have to fight this ban in Florida. So I'm going to put a link for US Arc Florida. And also they're now banned in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. So we're going to try and band together to fight this ban. Because have a look at how docile she is. I'm patting her like she's a dog. And she's like, let me get pats here. I'm the center of attention. This is so cool. But look at her. She loves the attention. So guys, make sure you guys put a link. Make sure you guys go support US Arc Florida. All you residents, we're going to try and fight this ban together. So hopefully this burnt ban can get overturned. Say one more time to Bella. Bye, Bella. Meet the puff adder. This is a highly venomous snake from South Africa. Just kidding. This is a West Africa. This is a Western hognose snake. This is a lavender albino Western hognose. You guys are native to the Midwest, like Nebraska, Minnesota, those areas here. Hey, buddy, go back up, stay still. This is a lavender albino. These guys are mildly venomous, so they're back fanged, which is, and it's like a bee sting. I mean, yes, there've been some instances with whole arm swelling, but that's not but I'm sure those are exaggerated, and that's very rare. But look at him, he's so inquisitive right now. Look at him. When these guys puff up, they remind me so much of the puff adder. This is such a beautiful snake. Go show ancient reptiles some love. All right, here we've got a super pastel, scaleless head, cinnamon, vanilla, and Mojave. You guys know how much I love Mojave. You guys know it's linked to the blue-eyed leucistics. This is the scaleless head, which is also head for scaleless. So if you breed a scaleless head to scaleless head, you get the scaleless ball python. And you know, scaleless snakes get way too much hate because they're just amazing animals. People say, you know, it's horrible, but look at him. This guy is missing some head scales. I've seen scaleless snakes that thrive. This is such a beautiful ball python. You guys know how much I love. You guys know scaleless head snake was linked to Brian Barczyk. May you rest in peace, Brian. We miss you. Good. I can't wait to watch your vlog later. But anyway, this is such a beautiful snake. Just look at the pattern. Pastel, lesser, or even Mojave mixed together makes the snake even just pop. You add fire, the snake's going to be even more beautiful. This is such a beautiful snake. Go show these guys some love. Right here.
Outback Reptiles.
Hey guys, I'm at Outback Reptiles. These guys are one of the most well-known breeders here in the US, right here in Manassas. Go show them some love. This is one of their ball pythons. This is a there you go. GHI Leopard Pastel Lesser. You guys know how much I love Lester. You guys know it's very much like the Mojave that I just showed off a while ago. But the truth is, this is a cool snake. This is such a beautiful ball python. Just look at those patterns. I love GHI. Gotta have it. No pun intended. But this is a beautiful snake nonetheless. Let's see what else we can see here. Make sure you guys go check out the channel downstairs.
But yeah, she fires up yellow.
Sweet. Have a look at my new little buddy here. This happens to be a crested gecko, or sometimes called an eyelash gecko. Hey, look at her. She's like at the camera. Hey, yeah, get the camera out of my face. These guys are native to New Caledonia. Believe it or not, I've always told the story before, but I just love telling it again. These guys went extinct, believe it or not, in the wild. When people say the reptile hobby exploits animals, if it weren't for the reptile hobby, this animal would likely be extinct. Two explorers in 1994, the year I was born, by the way, went to New Caledonia. They discovered a small population, and these guys, they bred them, and now, thanks to the pet trade, thanks to herpetoculture, zoos, the crested gecko is one of the most popular pet lizards on the planet. I highly recommend them as a beginner animal. These guys are, you don't need UVB. You can feed them nectar, occasionally insects. They're such good animals. They're really docile. I like to jump though, but this is such a cool animal. Go show these people some love. Nature's Palette Exotics. Go show them some love. Meet the pied lovebird. These guys are really cool animals. You guys know how much I love birds. You guys know I used to have a green chick conure when I lived in South Africa for a while. You guys know, but the truth is, birds really are not for everybody. Some birds can live up to 80 plus years, believe it or not. So you guys if you guys have to get a bird, make sure you do a lot of research. This is not an impulse buy. People buy them because they're so damn cute when they're babies, but then they realize they're noisy, they need a lot of space, they make a mess. But the truth is, they can be great animals if you have the experience, you've done a lot of research. So before you buy a bird, make sure you do research, reach out to people. Wendy's Wing Companions, Avery, could definitely mentor you guys. Reach out to them if you need to. But this is such a cool animal. Look at how beautiful they are. Cool animal here. Let's see what else we can see here. This happens to be an emerald tree boa. These guys are native to South America, much like the boa constrictors.
She's a special one. It's called an aru.
Correct. This is a green tree python in Aru, which is a locality in Indonesia. a lot of times these guys get such a bad rap for being mean and aggressive snakes. Sometimes they are. That's why Brian used to always say green tree pythons make really good display snakes. I keep referencing because I miss you a lot, Brian. But anyways, they can make good display snakes, but if you find one that's this docile, look at me, I'm petting it right here. Petting it right here, look at petting him right there. They can make amazing animals. These guys have thick teeth because they eat birds, so they got to be able to penetrate the feathers. But this is such a cool snake, so if you guys want a display animal, but if you guys do have experience and you guys find one that's this pretty chill, this would make it an absolutely amazing animal. It's such a beautiful snake. Believe it or not, some of these are blue too.
Yeah, and
It's a blue over there too. This is actually a little bit blue here. Beautiful snake again.
Yeah.
Meet Sonic the Hedgehog. Nope, he's not Sonic, don't worry. These guys are native to Africa. You guys know I used to live in South Africa. These guys, oftentimes when they get threatened, they're curled into a ball, and these bricks, hey, stay still, please. Hey, no, stay still. Look at him. He's like, get the camera out of my face. Hey, what is this? What's this? So, yeah, he's Sonic the Hedgehog because he's pretty fast. But anyways, these guys are not for everyone, so you guys have to do a lot of research. Check your laws as well. Some places here in some parts of Virginia, they are illegal, unfortunately. PA, these guys are not allowed. So you guys have to check your laws, but they can make really cool animals. So do a lot of research. Make sure you have enough, you got a really big enclosure. Make sure you can handle it every day. But this is such a cool animal. Just look at him. Look at how inquisitive this monkey is. Meet Milo. He's a bearded dragon. Or these guys are native to Australia. Like you guys know how much I love bearded dragons. This is the #1 pet animal in the world, above dogs and cats in my opinion, because they're so easy to care for. They're docile.
Absolutely.
Have a look at him. He's like, let me just chill on your shoulder here. Like, these guys are great shoulder animals. If you guys want to walk around, these guys are so intelligent, so cool. Hey, buddy. Meet the Woma python. You guys know how much I love showing off Australian pythons. These guys are called Aspidites ramsey. These guys are native to Australia, like I said. These are commonly known as shield pythons down there. These guys remind me so much of blackheads. Unfortunately, those are quite rare, and they are super expensive. Believe it or not, these guys can sell for $250. You guys are my friends. You know, in Australia, they've got pure localities, they've got a bunch of morphs, which unfortunately we will never own, which is unfortunate. But every time I see a Woma, I don't know what it is about them. They're just so beautiful, cool, docile for the most part. Yes, some have been known to be a little bit nippy, but this guy's pretty chill. But if you guys are looking for a cool python, if you guys have experience, a Woma python could be for you. This is such a cool snake. East Coast feeders, go show them some love. Have a look at how big this guy is. This happens to be a Taiwan beauty snake, or Othriopris tenuis. I think tenuis is this one. These guys are native to, like their name suggests, Taiwan. Live in the mountains. This is the largest rat snake in the world. These guys get up to 2 feet long, believe it or not. These guys are a major prey source for king cobras, believe it or not. But anyways, these guys can be quite nippy. So this guy's a little bit nasty, so I'm going to leave him in there. But this is such a cool animal. Look at him. He's so inquisitive, guys. Have a look at this chubby monkey. This happens to be a sugar glider. These guys are native to Australia and Papua New Guinea. So yes, these are captive bred because, like I said, there's no export out of Australia, which really sucks. But anyway, look at how brown this one is. He's pretty docile. Look at those eyes. I think my heart is melting right now. He's like, let me explore here. Okay, can you get that camera out of my face now? I'm gonna... Anyways, so you guys need to have a pretty big enclosure. These guys, the common myth is that they swing. They don't fly, they glide. Much like a paper jet. So, swing from trees to trees. These guys are omnivores. You can feed them insects, fruits, some veggies. I don't think you need to dust them, but I don't think you should feed any raw meat because you gotta make sure it's cooked. These guys can eat a whole bunch of other stuff. These guys are so cute, but you guys need a tall enclosure. They're not for everyone. She's gonna feed them for us. So you can also feed them yogurt pellets. Look at how she's gonna feed them for us. Oh, look at him. He's like, yeah. Anyways, so again, you want a sugar glider, do your homework, have a tall enclosure. But anyways, if you guys have the space, this would make a really cool animal. Look at him. We got a San Diego gopher. These guys are from San Diego. For all your Chargers fans, this snake is more beautiful than your logo. But look at how beautiful he is.
So much.
Oh no, color blue snake would be pretty impressive.
Yeah. Keep dreaming. Anyways, Chargers fans, go Broncos. This is a beautiful snake. Here we've got a Phantom Enchi ball python. You guys know I really like Enchi ball pythons. This happens to be a Phantom as well. You guys know the Phantom was produced in Maryland by Rolf Davis. It's such a beautiful snake. It's one of my favorite. Purple Passion is one of my favorite allelic animals. But anyway, this is Enchi. This is such a cool snake. Look at how chunky this monkey is. Pretty cool. Here we have an orange blotch gargoyle geckos. These guys are much like crested geckos. These guys from the same region in New Caledonia. These guys have the same care, easy. They are nocturnal, so they don't need UVB. They're active at night. These guys, much like cresteds, will eat insects and also nectar and occasionally some fruit. These guys are so cool. I always say, if you guys are looking for a gecko and you want something that's really docile, because sometimes some leopards can be a little bit squeamish when they're babies. These guys are docile from the moment they're born, for the most part. But anyways, this is such a cool animal. If you guys are looking, again, you guys want a cool gecko, a gargoyle could be for you. Have a look at how cute he is. It's like, hey, get that camera out of my face. I want to go back to bed. You can have, all right, you can go to bed now, buddy. Really careful, I don't want to spook him. Move around slowly. This happens to be a poison dart frog. These guys are poisonous. You guys know the difference between venom and poison. Poison is something that kills you if you eat it, if it touches you. Of course, don't go out and drinking snake venom, all right? Don't do that. Because dingo, you guys don't know if you have a hole in your stomach. But anyways, these guys are so cool. Believe it or not, in the olden days in the Amazon, the native tribes would actually coat their arrows with poison to kill their enemies, which is so kind of cool. But anyways, you guys are looking for a frog and you have more experience. These could be for you guys, but just have a look at the colors on this guy. The reason why this colorful, much like a coral snake, these guys are warding off predators that I am poisonous. Anyway, beautiful animal. Let's see what else we can see here. Have a look at this. This happens to be a pastel suma. Sorry, no, pastel puma. A puma is an allelic animal. It's special yellow belly. Now, believe it or not, the yellow belly gene, for all you Patriots fans, anyways, Chad Brown bought an ivory ball python, which is the super yellow belly from Peter Call for $125,000 back in the day, believe it or not. Now, anyways, this is such a beautiful snake. You guys know allelic. The snake is allelic, means there's no super. So if you breed a yellow belly to the special in this case, which is with a puma, there's no super puma, but there is if you breed them together, you get super yellow bellies, super specials, and of course the puma. Have a look at these eyes here. Have a look at those eyes. Have nice and black and the pattern on here. Cool snake. Anyways, all your Patriots fan, again, go Broncos. This happens to be a highly venomous crate from India. I'm just kidding. This is a sunbeam snake. Of course, you can never. Yes, crates are usually pretty docile, but anyways, all hots are illegal in some parts of the world, including here in Virginia. But anyway, these guys are actually a common food source for crates. This is a sunbeam snake. The reason why they call them sunbeam is because of you can see the iridescence on this animal. Just have a look at how beautiful he is. These guys are usually so docile, and I'll tell you, I love seeing these guys here. Rare animal, so guys, these guys are for more intermediate. So if you have experience, you can go into these. You guys are nocturnal, so they don't need UVB. But anyways, such a beautiful snake. Look at how beautiful he is. Hey, buddy. It's like, hey, get that camera out of my face. This happens to be another puff adder. This is from the western Cape of South Africa. I'm just kidding. This is a western hognose. This is an albino Arctic. These guys are from, like I said with the other one, these guys are from Minnesota, Nebraska, those areas. So you guys, again, these guys are mildly venomous. So, but unfortunately, it's like a bee sting. It's not that dangerous. There's no effect on man. Have a look at the colors on this guy. Arctic is codum. There's a super form. Anyway, so if you guys are looking for a cool snake, a hognose could be for you. This is the last snake I'm going to show. Oh, last snake I'm going to show you guys because I've got one more animal to show you guys. Let's go check him out. Again, one a hognose. Such a cool animal. Let's see what else we can see. Last animals I'm going to show you guys are a bunch of bearded dragons. You guys know I love bearded dragons. They are the best pet above cats and dogs because they don't. You can go on vacation without them. You can take them with you wherever you go. Lap animals, perfect. Have a look at this. Is Charizard. Look at him just like, hey, go away. I'm going. He's thinking, go away, please. I want to sleep. Or Stewie Griffin would say, go away, fat man. Anyways, there's Stewie. Charizard, I choose. Sorry, Charizard, I didn't mean to wake you up there, bud. Go back to bed. Here's Betty White. You guys know I used to love Betty White back in the day. I was a Golden Girls fan for a while. May she rest in peace. She had such an affection for animals. But Betty White's zero bearded. These guys, it's recessive. I think recessive. Yeah, it's recessive. Anyways, look at that necklace around her. Such a cool animal. Hey, he's like, hey, you just woke me up. Go away. Let me sleep. And last but not least, it's Clifford. He's also taking a nap on his water bowl there. Hey, buddy. Cool animal. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing night whenever you're watching this. God bless. So this is Wamas. This is the largest. By the way, welcome to the vlog, guys. This is This is my first reef expo that I've ever been to. You guys know I'm usually a reptile guy. You guys know how much I love. I always go to Repticon. I go to Exxoticon, MD Reptile Farm. But here, this is an aquarium for mostly corals. I don't know if there are any fish here yet. Any here at all, for that matter. But anyways, this is Wamas, the largest coral reef club in the United States. These guys are mostly based here in DC. These guys are, if you guys are looking to join, if you guys like fish as much as I do, I love corals as well. But this is a good organization to join. This is so cool. Learn how to grow your corals. I tell you, corals are so underrated. Neat anemones. You guys know one of my favorite childhood movies was Finding Nemo. These guys are anemones, so a lot of times they would form a symbiotic relationship with clownfish. You guys know Nemo was the clownfish, my favorite, and Marlin was a clownfish. One of my favorite movies as a kid, like I said. Anyways, he would form symbiotic relationships with clownfish to protect them from predators, and oftentimes they'd rub their scales against the an enemy, and they would form, and they're immune to the venom. These guys eat anemones are venomous to other fish, they would, but not to clownfish. But I think that's so cool. Have a look at how beautiful these guys are. Got a bunch of corals here. These are all Indonesian corals. These guys are. The thing I like about the coral reef is how they really brighten up an aquarium. That's why I love real reefs compared to artificial stuff. Of course, 200. You can't have these with puffers and sharks because these would be prey. These guys are filter feeders. They eat plankton and that kind of stuff. I think it's so cool to see this stuff. Look at how beautiful they are, especially under this light. Some more corals here. Have a look at those little holes there are the mouths, and that's how they feed, which is so cool. You guys know these guys, what they do is usually on this is because they're glued there. So you just take them off, you put them in your live rock in any reef aquarium, and they do need UVB, which is which is essential. Just like these are invertebrates. They're invertebrates, so they need, much like a reptile, any cold animal needs UVB for the most part. So believe it or not, these corals here, when you touch them with like stuff, I don't want to do that now because we don't want to stress them out. But with these flower corals there too, when you touch them, they go into their growth and defense mode. Just have a look at how beautiful these corals are. You may think these are glowing. They're not glowing. This is their natural color. Look at how bright they are. Holy mackerel. Here's some more Indonesian corals. Look how beautiful these guys are. Now these guys are much like the corals I just showed off. So a lot of times when you touch them, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to stress them out. But when they get touched, a lot of times they retract back into a pouch as a way of defense. So again, if you guys are looking for a coral reef, a lot of times you don't want to add, like I said, you don't want to add puffers. Puffers eat corals. You can have artificial for puffers, but the best fish are usually clownfish, tangs, and let's say, clownfish, tangs, that kind of fish, those kind of fish. Anyways, just look at how beautiful they are. Look at these green. I'll tell you, the UVB light makes these animals pop. It's such a beautiful animal. More flower anemones. You guys know, like I said with the previous table, my favorite childhood movie was Finding Nemo. You guys know Marlin and Nemo used to live in the anemone. See, I can't remember the exact line. Anyways, these guys, like I said, form symbiotic relationships with clownfish. So, and the clownfish would actually use these for protection from predators. And that's pretty cool. Knowing that anemones actually eat smaller fish. They have a venomous sting. And thankfully, I don't know what it does to humans. Thank goodness, I don't want to find out. But anyways, beautiful animal. Let's see what else. Luis Reef, show these guys some love. Have a look how cool this is. This happens to be, I know this is not a reef. This is a tong. You can use it to feed your corals and place your reefs. Look at how much that thing just pops, I tell you.
An idea of where they'd be native to.
Yeah, look at how cute these are. Look at how cool. These are more, bunch of, look like staghorns, but they're more, I don't know, what are they called again?
They're birth nests.
Birth nests, sorry. Birth nests. My mind's out of my, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Anyways, look at how cool they are. Those, at the mouths there that they use to filter feed. So these guys are, they look like staghorns, but they're not. So if you guys are looking for a poor man's staghorn, I'd say these are cool. They're $50 each here. Got a bunch of other corals over here. Much more. As Brian Barczyk used to say, have a look at that chunky monkey. That's a mushroom coral. These are from Indonesia. They look much like mushrooms. You guys know I can't stand mushrooms, but anyways, I wouldn't mind having them in my aquarium. But look at the beautiful green on this. So look how much it's glowing because of the UVB. It's such a cool animal. This one? Again, these guys do really well in calm aquariums. If you guys looking for the best aquarium for these, for the best fish for these, I'd suggest clownfish and tangs again. No puffers. Of course, you're probably sick of me saying I'm talking about the puffers, but they're not good for reef aquariums. Anyways, beautiful animal. Supreme Reefs here, guys. Show them some love. All right, so here we've got a bunch of corals from native to Indonesia. These are called 21 tails torch. They look like they have tails on them, though. These guys are native to Indonesia, like I said, like the Bali area. So these guys are really popping in your aquarium. So if you guys are looking for a cool coral and you like the earth tone animals, this could be for you. Have a look at this monkey here. These guys are a few Australian corals here. I think it's rare. I don't know. Because I know Australia doesn't allow the export of reptiles, because you know every time I see those albino corals, albino children's pythons and that kind of stuff, I get jealous. But anyways, it's cool to see Australian corals here. No, usually you guys know how much I love this stuff. But anyways, you guys looking for a cool coral? Look at how much these are so, look at how brightly they shine under UVB light. Such a cool Australian coral. This is a 10-year-old Indonesian chalice. Look, it looks like a mushroom. You guys, like I said, I get repulsed by mushrooms, but anyways, this is kind of cool. These guys are flat, so these guys are looking for something that's slow moving. I think this could be ideal for you. You guys looking for a cool coral, this could be for you. And if you don't like mushrooms, but this could also be for you. Any more corals there. Cherry corals, go show them some love, guys. Now look at that blue cap coral there. That looks so much like a snake scale. You guys know that I'm the reptile guy. You guys know how much I go to Repticon. Look at the green on that animal. I tell you, you swim around in Indonesia, I doubt you'd see these guys but oftentimes they would actually be perched vertically. Anyway, but you guys know, I think Indonesia is becoming the hub for corals. Of course, you got a few Brazilian ones. I think you've get some from Florida. Anyways, look at how beautiful this is. Now have a look at these. You got a few more corals here. Now, the interesting thing about this one here, this blue guy, when he's touched, I don't like I said, I don't want to do that because I don't want to stress it out. But when they get touched, they would retract as a way of defense from predators. So these guys fall prey to puffers, sharks potentially, crayfish, crabs, that kind of stuff. Now these guys in an aquarium look phenomenal. Look at the colors on these guys. Beautiful corals. Jason Fox signature corals, go show them some love in the description. Link is going to be in the description for their stuff. Show them some love. Some Dursa clams here, so a little take a break from corals. These guys are invertebrates. These guys are native to Indonesia too, so these guys are a delicacy over there, unfortunately. But anyways, these guys would actually help keep your corals clean. I think that would just, look at how chunky those monkeys are, as Brian used to always say. I keep going back to Brian because I miss you a lot, Brian. Because I can't wait to visit the Legacy Aquarium. These guys are so cool. Have a look at how, got other corals here. Look at how beautiful, look at the light. Look how much these guys pop. Holy mackerel. I tell you. Praying to God that I get a job so I can keep a coral reef aquarium. Big one too. We got some more torches over here. Look at how chunky these are only still juveniles. Look at how chunky this monkey is here. Holy mackerel. These guys get pretty big too. I hope this year I can visit the Legacy Aquarium. Brian, Lori is doing a great job building that aquarium. Can't wait to visit it. You guys know how much I love corals. Look at how beautiful these guys are. All of them. Cubby's Coral Cove, guys. Check out links gonna be in the description for them. Show them some love. Meet Patrick Star. Hi Patrick. It's SpongeBob. Anyways, look at how beautiful these guys are. You guys remind me so much of SpongeBob. These guys are Australian biscuit stars, so these guys are native to the Great Barrier Reef. It's one of the biggest reefs in the world. Anyways, you guys know how much I love Australian wildlife. You know, I think these are most likely captive bred. I don't know if Australia allows anything in the water because I don't know how they regulate that. But anyways, whatever you guys do not smuggle stuff in. Please buy animals that are captive bred. These guys are so cool. These guys, believe it or not, when a starfish loses a limb, it can regenerate it. And they're using this in research to figure out how we can do that as humans, which is so cool. Anyways, look at how big they are. So hopefully these guys don't lie under a rock all day. But these guys are reef safe, so these guys would not harm your corals, and I think it would help their corals. Cool animals. Let's see what else we can see here. King spawn here, native to Australia. Looks so much like bubble coral, but they're not bubble coral, but they remind me so much of a bush. Almost the bush of the sea, but these are animals, not plants. These guys do filter feed, these guys do eat plankton, so you just feed them like coral foods. You can actually use something that tweezers, the tongues I just used, they can feed them, so which is kind of cool. These guys are, I love their transparency, so you guys wouldn't even know that they're there, but look at how beautiful they are under the light. Oceanic Gardens, guys. Go show them some love. Have a look at how chunky this monkey is, as Brian used to say. I know, I keep going back to him again. Sorry, this is going last time for the day. But these are elegant coral. These guys are native to Indonesia, I think. And these guys get, look at how chunky he is. You can see from underneath here, underneath the water. I think this camera was waterproof, but unfortunately it's not. But these guys have Look at those tentacles there. These were, believe it or not, at the tips, these guys are, I think they do have some venom that will kill mostly plankton, but they wouldn't kill any fish. So, you guys looking for a cool coral? This could be for you and you have enough space. This is such a cool animal. A bunch of other corals here. We got some, I think these are hammer corals. We have more hammer corals. But these guys are so cool. I just love, these guys remind me so much of, you guys are almost on par with aquascaping in the saltwater. Kind of like aquascaping for saltwater, which is so cool. Look how beautiful they are. More here. Mushroom corals over here. I tell you, these guys are so underrated. Again, TRSC Aquatics, guys. Go show them some love. More Fisher products here. Alright, that was my... Alright, so that's it. I'm on my way home. I just came back from church, that's why I'm in this. So make sure you guys check out everybody's stuff in the description. Have an amazing night. God bless.